morning, happy Vlogmas day. Is it 15? I think it's 15. It is 15, isn't it? Yes, happy Vlogmas day 15. So today I am up very late. I didn't wake up well 9:30. I didn't sleep that well last night and I was awake in the early hours. And yeah, I ended up going back to sleep when my husband got up for work, and yeah, slept till 9:30, which is, I cannot remember the last time I slept till that time. It was probably before the kids were born. So that's really strange. But anyway, I'm up now, dressed, hair's done today. And yeah, it's a lovely morning outside. It's just me and Marley at the minute. My son's still in bed, husband's gone to work. And the plan today is to get my daughter's Christmas presents wrapped. So we're going to do that this morning. And yeah, going to have a coffee and then I'm going to crack on with that. So, I'm feeling a bit more with it now. All my daughter's presents are wrapped, as you've seen. I've done a bit of tidying up and I have decided that I'm just going to nip out into our local town for half an hour. Basically, I haven't finished my daughter's hat yet, and the reason for that, if you remember, the yarn that I bought is really quite fluffy and I find it really difficult to knit in cables, and I had a glass or two of wine last night, and let me tell you that it's not a good idea to knit, especially knit cables in fluffy yarn, when you had a glass of wine. And I've ended up with the cables going the wrong way on a couple of rows, and I can't undo it, not on that yarn, because there's so many fibres to it. So, and I'm not particularly happy with the way it's looking anyway, and that's only because of the yarn. There's nothing wrong with the yarn, I just think I've picked the wrong pattern. I don't think it suits cables. So I'm going to rip it back, and I've decided that I'm going to nip out and try and get some different yarn. Not that I haven't got loads of yarn already, but you know, it's a bit like fabric, isn't it? It's one of those things that you just get a bit, yeah, well, we'll say no more. Anyway, son is now out of bed. It's gone lunchtime, but that's 16-year-old boys for you, isn't it? And yeah, not sure what I'm going to do this afternoon. Hubby's just rung me from work and told me to do some sewing, but I really aren't sure what to sew. I don't know what to do. I'm sort of hitting a bit of a blank at the minute. Anyway, I was going to answer while I'm on this little drive. I thought I would just answer a few of your comments. A couple of people mentioned on my last couple of vlogs about Christmas cake and what is the difference between our Christmas cake and the American fruit cake. Now, I will be completely honest, I have no idea what American fruit cake is compared to our UK Christmas cake, and all I can tell you is our Christmas cake is generally very dense, lots and lots of dried fruits in it, including lemons, oranges. We put loads of spices in, such as cloves, and what else do we put in? Cinnamon, ginger. I don't know if ginger's in it actually, but yeah, it's lots of dark sugar, molasses, black treacle, and so it's incredibly rich, and then it's laced with brandy, and then usually has marzipan and icing on top. So if that's very similar to those of you that are in America, if that's similar to your fruit cake over there, then fantastic. But yeah, that's what we do. It's very traditional, and yeah. So what else? A couple of people mentioned that they were really surprised that I used to be a goth. Yes, when my husband met me, I was a goth, and a couple of people have said they want to see pictures. Now, I know my husband has one in his wallet still of me when he met me, and I used to have jet black hair, very long. But that wasn't my natural hair colour, it never has been. I've always been blonde, not as light as what I am now, but yeah, I've always been blonde. And yeah, so I will try and dig some pictures out, but gosh, God, I have no idea where they are. I'll see what I can find anyway. Somebody mentioned about the cardigan that I wore the other day. Andy Satterlund it is. I will put a link across the bottom of the screen here so that you can go and find it. But it's the Populux cardigan by Andy Satterlund. She does have a blog called Untangling Knots if you want to go and check her out, but she's a knitting designer. She does lots of sort of vintagey cropped cardigans, which suit my figure. They're really nice actually. And yeah, so that's that. A couple of other things. I'm trying to remember because I have read everybody's comments. I've not had the opportunity yet this morning just to thank everybody for the comments, but I have read everybody's comments. I'm really glad that you're all enjoying Vlogmas, and I'm really glad that I'm feeling much better. I'm starting to get very festive now and very excited and looking forward to the big day. I'm quite excited. My daughter's coming home tomorrow for a week, and I love having a home. When she used to live at home, obviously she left home at 18 very abruptly, and I've not really discussed that on my channel before, but she was with she'd got a boyfriend that she met at 16, and he's from Leicester, and when she turned 18 she went to his house for the weekend and didn't come home, and it was very, very upsetting at the time, very soul destroying. I was in a very dark place, and sewing vloggers, and I've met some amazing people and made some amazing friends through vlogging, really got me out of that dark place and was a very, very warm distraction from a lot of the hurt that we felt as a family at the time. Obviously I'm not going to go into massive detail about what happened with that, but over the last 3 years she's gone through a lot of difficulties. They have split, and it's been very difficult for her as well, and we spent probably the majority of the latter part of last year rebuilding our relationship, and it took some time to do that, and we're in a great place now, and I love her to bits. I always have done. You know, your love for your child is unconditional, isn't it? And we've become very close again, and it's lovely. It's really lovely. When she was a younger teenager, things were very difficult. I lost my mum when she was only 9, and she really, really struggled with that through her early teenage years because she was very close to her nan, and it was really difficult. And you know, our relationship as she was a sort of early mid-teen was very hard, and she looks back on that now, and she recognises that, you know, well, yeah, she recognises that it was difficult, and it's made us closer and made us stronger, and I'm really, really grateful for that. Yeah, it's lovely now. We speak most days, we've FaceTime each other, and I miss her terribly. I don't like her being in Leicester. She doesn't have any family there. She has made friends, which I'm really grateful for, and she's now doing what 20-year-olds should do, and that is going out there, having fun with her friends and enjoying her youth and her freedom, and I'm really, really happy that she's doing that. But I do miss her, and I know she's told me one day, probably within the next 2 or 3 years, she will be moving closer to us back in Yorkshire, and I'm looking forward to that, because the thing that I miss the most is being able to just say, come on, let's go for a day shopping, or let's go for drinks, or, you know, we can't do that because she's a good hour and a half away from me, and you know, that's not feasible. So I'm looking forward to the time that she's closer again, when she figures out what she wants to do with her life and gets her career back on track. I'm really looking forward to that time when we can, you know, have that time together a bit more. So yeah, so I'm waffling a lot, aren't I? But I'm really glad that she's coming home tomorrow, and I'm at work tomorrow, but hopefully by the time I get home she will be home. My husband is going to pick her up and bring her home, because she's got lots of Christmas presents to bring up. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to having her home and getting into the festive spirit with her. So that's really exciting. Right, I've probably waffled enough. This vlog's probably going to be really long, but I'm going to switch off now, and I've gone into the wrong gear there, and we'll see what we find. Well, I'm back from town. I didn't buy any wool, just ended up getting a few Christmas presents. Yeah, there wasn't really anything that took my fancy, so I've been raiding my stash. Now, look, this is the hat. I've ripped it back a lot, and I'm going to rip it out totally, because I just don't think the cable style suits this yarn. But I found this in my stash, which is just a pink, and that's a chunky wool, so I think I'm going to reknit it in that for her. And then I'm going to use this yarn along with the pink one that I bought, and they do it in white as well. It's like an off-white, like a creamy colour. I think I'm going to do a sort of like a Fair Isle style out of those three colours. I think they'll look quite nice together, so I'll choose a pattern at some point and do that. But yeah, it's a little bit sad. I'm a little bit sad about it, but even as I was knitting it up, I thought, I'm not sure if I actually like this pattern in this wool. It just didn't look great, but I persevered with it. But then when I went wrong last night, I thought, no. So yeah, so I'm going to cast that on now. I'm clearly not going to get that done before my daughter comes tomorrow, but at least I can make a start on it for her, and that's going to be the rest of my afternoon, I think. Do you all remember this? This gorgeous mohair? I am going to cut it out. Yes, I finally got my Sojo back for me, and I am going to cut out the Snitchen Coatigan Sylvia, this one here. So I've got this out, and I think I'm probably going to use my scissors rather than my rotary cutter, because I think, gosh, this light's really not flattering, is it? But I think that trying to cut this with a rotary cutter might not be too successful, because it's got quite a thick pile. So that's what we're going to do now.
this is me feeding the cake in a totally unprofessional manner. It's called the glug method.
Oh my lord.
But you end up with a nice moist cake that's maybe just got a little bit of a kick of alcohol to it. This is the first of many feedings.
We've only got how many days left till Christmas?
Who knows? And that's how much brandy's left in the bottle, but believe you me, I'll be on the next bottle of brandy by the time it comes to finish feeding it.
Right, so I thought I'd show you my knitting, and now I've restarted it. There we go. So this is in that lovely pink, and it's just knitting up much quicker than the blue. I think it's probably just because of the type of wool that it is. With this not being fluffy, it's a lot easier to knit, so I'm flying through it. So yeah, this is going to be the hat for my daughter. So I thought I would just answer a few more of your comments, and somebody mentioned the other day, actually, when I was out on my run, I think it was last Saturday. I haven't been running for a week, and obviously I've had a lot going on this week, but the last couple of days my hip's been hurting again. I don't know why, so I've not been running at all. But on my last run, somebody mentioned about the solar panels, what they were for, and in all honesty, I don't know. They're actually in a field, and I think it's just the farmer. I think he's just using them for his own farm. So Sarah Donison has mentioned to totally go for the Mayfair dress with the velour. Thank you for that, Sarah. I will bear that in mind. Hagar has said, I've just finished the Nina Mayfair in a steel grey stretch velvet. Wow, okay. Great minds, eh? I did the short long sleeve version. It's nice, but perhaps a little short. Wish I'd sized up, as I find the upper arms a bit tight. I've posted a photo on Instagram if you want to see. Hagar, I will go and have a look. Thank you for that. Elaine Macon has said, if you do a wrap dress, please 12 first. I didn't regret it. Okay, thanks for that, Elaine. Alison Smith has mentioned McCall's at 7864. It would look great, particularly love the flutter sleeves. View or B, oh gosh, view D. View B or D would look great and really suit you. Love to Mally and Pluto. Thank you, Alison. The Camden stitch, I'm astounded by how quickly you sew, Rachel. Says you, Jay, who like just flies through things. You need to go check out Jay's latest dress that she's posted on Instagram. It's amazing. What's the pattern number for your men's shirt, please? Right, hang on one sec. It's this one, Jay. McCall's M6044. That's the one I use. It's just a staple. I love it, and it's really easy. Okay, Lynn Crocker Eakins. Hi, Lynn. Glad you're feeling a bit better. Can you do a sew along for the shirt? Oh gosh, I haven't got my glasses on and I can't see the symbol. I'm thinking it's the shirt in the new year. Or do you know of any? Lynn, just message me and let me know if you want me to do a sew along for the shirt for this one. Then I'm absolutely happy to do that, because I've sewn it 3 times now. So well, more than that, 4, 5, 6 times, something like that. So I'm more than happy to do that. If anybody is interested, just let me know in the comments. Okay, Joan Baxter says, I think you should make some gorgeous flowing trousers and a drapey top with the velour, something to show off your curves and do the fabric justice. Oh, bless you, Joan. Check your pattern stash and choose something tried and true so you don't put yourself under pressure and have enough time. I'm sure you've got just the right thing. I'm worried a wrap dress would stretch out and fail to do justice to the drape and shadow play of the fabric. Yeah, I agree, Joan. That's what's putting me off a wrap dress, I think. Carmen, beautiful family photos. Thank you, Carmen. Lorna, I have the same problem with streaming eyes and nose in cold, windy weather. Yeah, please be careful with Marley. We've had a spate of small young dogs being stolen in the run-up to Christmas. That seems to be happening a lot, doesn't it? The police don't seem to be able to stop it. I live on the Knots Links board close to the A1, which apparently thieves used to get away. Thank you for that, Lorna. Don't worry, we will be really careful with him. Sarah May, Milo, what a beautiful looking dog. I feel your loss. Yeah, he was just divine. He really was. He was such a lovely dog. Amanda Renshaw, yes, my eyes stream as soon as I step outdoors too. Love your table runner and love the idea of lights on the table. I shall be nicking that idea. You go ahead. Absolutely. Eileen, the shirt looks fabulous. That fabric is gorgeous. I also get sniffly in really cold weather. In two minds about the Mayfair dress for that fabric. I think it would work and would look good, but the fabric is so slinky and full of movement. I'm not sure the Mayfair would show it off to full advantage. A wrap or cowl neck dress that was slightly more flowing with simpler lines to allow more drape would probably work better. Oh, thank you for that, Eileen. It's interesting to hear people's different views on it. And the shirt is outstanding, Rachel. It's not perfect, but it's okay. It's okay. Jan Miller, did you see Lisa Comfort's Winter Patterns vlog? I did, Jan, yes. That stretch silver Georgie dress was gorgeous, and that lovely table runner. Did you create that from scratch? I did create it from scratch. That reminds me, actually, somebody also mentioned about my tree skirt. If I could link to the pattern, I will try and find it. I can't remember what pattern I used. I think it was just something I looked online for. Free tree skirt quilting pattern or whatever, just a tutorial. And yeah, I will have a look, but I can't remember which one I used, but leave it with me and I'll try and come back to you. Cherry Lane has said, can you let me know where you got the big roll of tracing paper that you use? Yes, I got it from Moreplan. I'll put it along the bottom here. I got the idea from Shan from Kittenish Behaviour. That's where she gets hers from. It's quite expensive. Well, I'm saying it's expensive. I think in the grand scheme of things, it's probably not with how long it lasts, but obviously it's a big outlay. But it's really good. I would prefer it if it was just a little bit more see-through. It's not quite fully see-through, so I do think you have to have something white underneath your pattern and then the paper on top to be able to see it clearly. And she also says, I'm coming to Yorkshire next year, Gilderson, perhaps we could meet up. Yes, of course. Just let me know. Just let me know when you're up here, and I'm sure we can meet up. That would be really lovely. Alex from Gingerhead & Co says, I have a local beagle who is notorious for disappearing in the bushes for hours. He is well trained. People sometimes assume that training can win with the instincts, which is not true. We have bred beagles specifically to be the most amazing scent detectors, so focusing on the scent is actually their top quality and wins with recall. Wow. I like Martin, you're such a great couple. Oh, thank you, Alex. Yeah, we're best mates as well, so we work really well together. The shirt looks great. He'll love it. I hope so. Right, I'm not going to answer anymore because I think this vlog is going to go on forever today. So, yeah, I am just going to get ready now for my daughter coming tomorrow. I need to just tidy this pit of a room up a little bit more so that she can actually get in here, bless her. But I'm going to be at work tomorrow, but I will be back tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 16. So, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye.